matchup in the NFC North between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw. Watkins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Watkins. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. To throw on 3rd down. Watkins. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to be stopped at the 12, short of 1st down. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On fourth down, Watkins got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Swift. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll send a big tight end in motion right. And motion left goes a tight end. Looking to throw on second down. Watkins. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Out of his end zone, Mills looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL for his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the first down sack. Mills. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action now. Mills. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Off the play fake. Watkins. And Sharp calls it in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Watkins. He finds his man, complete. It's Townsend. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. On 1st down, Watkins steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Swift. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. To throw on 2nd down. Watkins. And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's returnable now for Smith. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Watkins. He's airing it out for Williams. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take this to the 47 and no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Off the play fake. Watkins, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Vikings, nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On the handoff, this is Swift. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Watkins. Touchdown. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Lions 21, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Fourth down, Mills. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say to feed him down, yes. The line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it'll give the Vikings a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mills. Lets it fly for Thielen. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. first and 10. Watkins. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. Touchdown, Detroit! Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
And I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Mills on fourth down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this one is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. That pass caught. It's Williams. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jamison Williams. His third touchdown of the game. 10th on the year. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes this 35-0 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Cook again.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down to about the 33.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Vikings are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Back to throw. Watkins.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Watkins. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Townsend. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They run out of the gun with Swift. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
As long as the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. Watkins to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been of shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off. On 4th down, Watkins. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Lions, they get their 6th win of the season against 10 losses.